Hello, welcome to Vibes of India. Today we have a very special guest with us, Ayaan, 11 and a half year old with highly creative mind and magic in his hands, whose smile will make your day and paintings will fill your life with colors. So let's meet him. So I have seen a lot of paintings of yours. I want to ask you, where do you get inspiration from?
So at Google, I find out about uh, history stories and I draw it on the drawing book.
Okay. So what kind of history do you like in particular?
About wars, about kingdoms.
So, do you like Indian history?
Yes. Uh, 40-50% of it or 30-40% of it.
So, Ayan, I have seen this painting of yours with Teen Darwaza on it. So, can you tell me what inspired you to do that?
So my mom told me the story of uh, goddess Lakshmi that goddess Lakshmi was going out of Ahmedabad and the soldier stopped her and he did a trick. So he told that first let me ask Ahmad Shah Badshah that first let me ask Sultan that can goddess Lakshmi leave Ahmedabad or not. So he went and told Ahmad Shah Badshah that Sultan, please behead me so that goddess Lakshmi stays, because I have told her that first let me talk to Sultan, and if I won't come back then she won't go. So Ahmad Shah Badshah said fine, then he beheaded him, and goddess Lakshmi stayed over there. That's why Ahmedabad is a prosperous city, and there's a diya which doesn't stops burning, and it is in Teen Darwaja.
Correct. So, I have seen that you have done all these paintings. So, I want to know which one is your favorite one.
I'm not sure, there are many.
But any particular one that you want to talk about?
So I made a city called Antravia, and I made another, and I'm making another one too.
So, have you made any city from your own imagination, which doesn't exist?
Antravia, the city of Antravia is an imaginary city, and I don't know the second city's name, and I've not decided the third city's name.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ayan, for sharing such beautiful art forms with us.
You're welcome.
Let's meet parents of Ayaan Jariwala, Mrs. Sandhya Jariwala and Mrs. Zubair Jariwala. So, what was your reaction when you got to know that there are no medicines available for such disease? So, were your hopes, did it shatter you?
Yes, it shattered. I used to feel कि like धरती फट जाए और उसमें मैं समा जाऊँ, and that was a feeling I used to get because I never heard of a disorder or a even cancer has a treatment. So there is a hope, but I never heard a disease which doesn't have a treatment. So we were definitely, matlab, we were shattered.
And when you got to know that now, okay, medicine is available, so was that a turning point in your life?
Yes, it is. It is a turning point, and it is a very happy moment. Ki after 10 years of prayers, God has listened to us, and we want to go ahead. In spite of the medicine is very expensive, and we have to import this in India because we cannot just leave India. I am truly Indian by heart, so I never thought of leaving India, and so if there is an option that we can get the medicine in India, why to go elsewhere? So we are just trying our best to get the medicine in India and get Ayaan treated here. So we are just keeping our fingers crossed.
So basically, I would like to mention here, I distinctly recall around 5 years back, Sandhya had told me कि देखिए जुबैर, अयान एक कैटलिस्ट बनेगा और तमाम दूसरे जितने भी ड्यूशेन मस्कुलर डिस्ट्रोफी के पेशेंट्स हैं, बच्चे हैं, उनके लिए एक सोर्स ऑफ होप बनेगा. एंड आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट्स हैपनिंग.
So, you once mentioned that in his school, his art teacher realized that he has a hand in painting. So, before that, was he into painting, or after that it grew?
So Ayaan's journey into creativity started at a very young age. Like when he was in school in pre-K also, he was called the Lego boy of his class. I mean, he used to make amazing shapes, something out of this world. Normally a child would be making something general out of Legos, but Ayaan made something very different. And that's how his journey started. And eventually from Legos, he moved over to sketching. His sketches were very different. Say, for example, in 2016, when we went to the UK, London, and he saw castles, and he used to illustrate castles in a way which reminded you of, ghosts and things like that. I mean, I don't know. They were all very, very, very different. Not the normal. He would not never draw a London bridge or something like that. But it would be very different. Then, as in when we कहीं भी जहाँ पर हम लोग travel करते थे, whether it was in India or abroad, he used to expand his thoughts into art. Then suddenly he delved into history. So history was his favorite subject, and that too ancient history, medieval history. He used to studied Roman history, Vikings, Goths, Gauls, Persians, Mongols, Chinese history, American Revolution, things like that. I mean, there were wars where he depicted wars he knew which year which army generals fought and things like that. And he remembers everything in detail, and his thoughts translated into illustrations. Yeah.
So, sir, ma'am, is there any particular painting that you want to talk about which shows the most creative side?
I love the Varanasi temple because, it is from Varanasi, first of all, it is close to our heart. And the strokes, which he has made, it is not, it doesn't look like the child has made. It looks like, some experienced artist has made that. And he did it without eraser and just in 10 minutes. And that Varanasi temple were auctioned. So I think that is that is close to my heart.
Yes, I definitely second Sandhya's views on it. Ayaan has made 2 or 3 versions of Varanasi, and all of them are my favorites. But one more is a favorite of mine, and that is the journey of Ahmed Shah Badshah. One night I was telling him the story of Ahmed Shah Badshah, how we founded Ahmedabad. And I just said, जब कुत्ते पे सस्सा आया, Ahmed Shah ने शहर बसाया. And I narrated the tale about it. And next morning, he made this story come alive. And the way, he has depicted it to the finest detail, I think is just amazing.
Okay. So, ma'am, tell us something more about like how he is dealing with this disease, and like anything that you want to share with the audience so that they become aware of this, because as you said, he is a first child probably people would have come across having such disease. So, do you want to share something?
So actually, there are many kids, who have Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and Duchenne muscular dystrophy is various kind. Ayaan has 53 exon skipping Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and for which the treatment has come. Many parents actually they are not aware of, or probably they are not as educated as us that they can research, they can talk to people, so they get into shell basically.
For me, since last couple of months, we are just talking to a lot of people about this treatment and everything. And now what I see in Ayaan, on his face, in his eyes, is hope. Till date, he was always knowing that yes, he has Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and his parents are trying hard to do whatever we can for him. But after listening to all these conversations over the last couple of days and months, he has started having hopes.
So tell us about when did you learn that he is having such a disease?
So we learnt when he participated in his life's first sports day. He was in pre-K and he was running, and both of us are sports enthusiasts, and we thought ki, like, we are from sports, and how our son is not able to even cover the half the distance uh, as compared to his classmates. And there we thought there's something is wrong, and we spoke to a friend of ours who's a physiotherapist, and he said ki, no, he's a chubby boy, he has good weight and this and that. So just go for a small blood test, and sometimes kids who are little plump, they are running slow, so there's no need to worry.
Yeah, so with the blood test, I think we came to know that his CPK count was extremely high, to the tune of 24,000. And I think that's the point which it was a turning point for us when we came to know okay, there's something seriously wrong. Then we went to Bombay, had met a lot of specialist doctors, neurophysicians, and after further tests and everything, it was confirmed he has DMD, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and that shattered our world.
So, ma'am, any last message that you want to share to the parents who have such talented kids? So, tell us about something.
So I feel parents, if they find there's some problem in their child, he is not able to walk, or probably he is not able to climb the steps, then they should first contact their doctor and go for the blood test. And please don't get into your shell. I know it is very tough to to come out of it, but you have to find your strength within, and you have to give lots of happiness to your child so that he is not lost in his life.
So yes, I think one should believe in miracles, and one should believe in the efforts we make, and I think everything else follows.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us such precious time of yours.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all ours. Thank you so much, and thank you for knowing more about Ayaan and this disease. And let's hope this interview, through this interview, you take it forward for other people also. They get motivated and do something positive.
So, for such interesting videos, keep watching Vibes of India. Please like, share, and subscribe.